What's going on, everyone out there in YouTube land? So today we're going to check out a Dual 18650 230 watt device. This one is coming from Vape, and this is the RUGER 230. Got the drop RDA sitting on top, a dual tri-core fuse clapped-in coil in there, 0.10, got it set to 90.1 watts. And you know, I want to say this, and I've been wanting to say this forever. China, actually everybody that creates regulated devices, can we please get rid of the 0.1 watt adjustment? We don't need to adjust our devices to like 90.1 or 55.3. Having 1 watt increments is perfect, but 0.1 watt is just a little too crazy. So yeah, just a little something I wanted to add in there. Anyways, I got some of the Cloud Chemist in here, and we're gonna have a quick vape. Let's have a vape. Let's do it. There is something really magical about this mod. I'm going to tell you guys later, but wow, really magical. Very, very nice. Now, the RUGER was sent over directly by Vape for the purpose of this review. If you guys are looking to pick one up or check one out after the video, I did do a search. A few websites have it. Heaven Gifts, Element Vape. It seems the cheapest price, $48, all the way up to around $58.99. So let's have a closer look at the RUGER 230. This one coming from Vape. Inside the box, you're going to get the RUGER 230 device. They're going to toss in a micro USB charging cable, and also you will get a user manual. Now, the RUGER measures 90 millimeters tall, 44 millimeters wide, and 28 millimeters thick. It weighs in at 149 grams. It's constructed of a zinc alloy, and it's available in either black, red, yellow, silver, or blue. If we do a quick size comparison of the RUGER, which is a Dual 18650, up against the Sirius mod from Lost Vape, you'll see that these two devices are about the same size. We do a quick size comparison of the 213. Once again, you'll see the 213 is about the same size as the RUGER. At the top is going to be your stainless steel 510 connection with a spring-loaded 510 pin in the center. Now, the RUGER actually looks good with larger atomizers. Here's a quick look at the 25 millimeter Kennedy. You'll see that Kennedy actually does sit nice and flush, and we have absolutely no overhang. When screwing down to 28 millimeter, here's the Sherman RTA. You'll see 28 millimeters comes right to the edge right there. No overhang on the sides or on the front, and it does sit nice and flush. So 28 is going to be the limit. Anything over 28 will have overhang. Along the side, located at the top, is going to be your firing switch, and we have a stainless steel firing switch. I believe it's made of stainless steel. At least it feels and looks like stainless steel. It is a small firing switch, but it is comfortable to use. Fairly flush with the mod, very clicky and responsive. We have no button rattle on the switch. I've had no misfires and no complaints with the switch. On the bottom, we're going to have designed by Vape laser etched into the finish. This is not going to be the battery door. On the front, we're going to have the RUGER emblem at the top. We're going to have some battery ventilation along the side right there. We're going to have a 0.96 inch OLED display. You'll notice the cutout for the display is actually round. The font for the screen, very bright, very easy to read. And when you have an atomizer installed and you go to fire it, you'll notice there's an LED light that changes color that goes around the screen. You have the option of changing the color or turning it off in the menu. I'll show you guys how to do that in a moment. Below that, we're going to have this 5-way toggle switch. And this is actually really comfortable to use. You'll notice it does stick out quite a bit, which some people may or may not like. And you have the option of going up, down, left, right, or you can hit it directly in the center. Below that, we're going to have your micro USB port, and to my knowledge, this device only offers charging over USB. On the back side is going to be your battery door, and we have this textured battery door. It almost feels like a leather battery door, but I know it's not leather, it's just probably some vinyl, but actually the battery door feels pretty good. The device is really solid. There's no button rattle or battery rattle. Pop the battery door open. As you can see there, we have 3 magnets, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. This one will use dual 18650s. Got your battery strap, pop your batteries out. And just your typical, battery tray in there, gold-plated spring-loaded contacts on the inside. Everything's very nicely done. We got your battery indicators, positive down, negative up. We do have reverse battery protection. And the batteries in this device actually fit nice and tight. Reason being because the one that I've been using for the past week or two, I lost the battery door on it when I first got it. And I've been using it ever since on the live shows and through other videos with no battery door. And the batteries on here actually don't pop out whatsoever. So I've actually really been enjoying it with no battery door. Now the Ruger 230 is using what they're calling the ST230 chipset on the main screen. We're going to have the mode that you're currently in. We're going to have the wattage you have it set for, the boost, resistance of your coil, voltage being applied, your puff timer, and your battery indicator. Now, what I like most about this device is that it is super easy to navigate. Because we have that 5-way joystick, all we need to do is just push down on the joystick, go ahead and select the mode, push right or left, and we can scroll through the different modes. We got nickel, stainless steel 316, titanium for temperature control. We have bypass mode, which works like an unregulated device. We have your custom TCR. If we go into nickel 200, go ahead and push down. We can adjust the temperature all the way up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. We could push down again. We could adjust the boost from standard to eco to powerful plus. And then to adjust the wattage, just push down one more time. And now we can adjust the wattage all the way up to 230 watts. Go back up. And let's say I want to select wattage mode, push down. All I need to do is just push left or right to adjust my wattage. Go down again. I can adjust the boost. And then when I'm ready to vape or select that actual mode, hit the firing switch. And now it's saved in there. Now to get into the menu to adjust the lights and the time, it's going to be 5 clicks of the firing switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside there, we're going to have system. That's going to turn your mod on or off. LED setting will allow you to adjust the color. Or you can turn the LED off. I'll set it for R, which is red. Below that, time settings, you can adjust the time and the date on the main screen. TCR setting will allow you to adjust the TCR. Language, we have the option for, I believe, Chinese and English. And then aside from that, to exit, go ahead and hit System. I'm going to hit System on to keep the device turned on. Now on the main screen, if we hit the firing switch 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it's going to lock the mod. And you cannot vape, and you cannot adjust the power while the device is locked, which is the way it should be. Think Vape, you guys did an awesome job. And to unlock it, 1, 2, 3. And that's pretty much going to be it, guys, for the menu. So let's talk a little bit about the Ruger 230. Now, one thing I said in the beginning, that this device had a little special something going on with it. That special little thing is that when I hit this button, it instantly starts vaping. There's no slow ramp up time. There's no delay, nothing. I vape usually between 90 and 120 watts, and every single time I've hit this button, bam, it feels like it's doing that 90 watts immediately. So this chip they're using, this ST230, seems like a really nice chip because performance-wise, you know, it doesn't feel like it's doing 230. Then again, I don't know what device out there actually does the advertised wattage. But it feels more like 200 watts, which is going to be enough for pretty much anyone out there. But just the performance on here was so nice. Navigating the menu. This little nipple right here. Some people may be kind of like, I don't know about that. But I will tell you this, navigating this mod, this is probably like in the top 3 easiest devices to navigate just because of this little toggle thing we have right here. And I know it does stick out quite a bit, and you're probably thinking, well, what if I grab it like this? Am I going to hit the button? Nope. I've been vaping it in my right hand, my left hand, and my hand never touches that little joystick. So I really do like this design right here. Now, I will say that when I took it out of the box, it's not pretty looking. It is not a pretty looking device. Honestly, it's kind of ugly looking. But I've enjoyed the performance so much on this mod that I just look past the ugliness. And now I completely love it. I've been using it actually like this, with no battery door. You guys might have seen me on the live show using a mod with no door on it. This is the mod because I fell asleep one night and I was vaping and I dropped the mod on the floor, and the next morning I couldn't find the battery door. But I will tell you that my batteries never once popped out when I've been using it like this. I actually went out with a mod like this. That's how much I've been really enjoying this thing. It looks good with larger atomizers. We had the Sherman on top of there, 28 millimeters, no overhang. So if you use larger stuff, it will look good on top of there. The screen It's simple, but I like it because it's very easy to read. It's nice and bright. And if you're not a fan of the LED light, you can easily turn it off. And there's no tinted screen protector, so it's not a super dark screen. And when I'm outdoors, I can easily see it. So I do really enjoy the screen. We don't have firmware updates over USB, which is kind of a bummer. But honestly, this device performs so well, I don't see a reason for a firmware update. But then again, every device in this day and age should have firmware updates. What else can I say about it? The battery door, you know, there's no movement to the battery door, but when I first got it and I was using it with the door in place before I lost it, you can, of course, take your hand and you could get some movement out of the door, but using it regularly with, you know, just putting it to your mouth, I didn't notice the battery door move at all on me, so no complaints there. It's a nice, solid device. It may not be the best looking mod, but I'll tell you, man, this thing performs really, really well, and I'm very happy with it. I think Vape did a really good job, and I hope they use this chip in other future devices. That's how happy I am with it. Aside from that, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you have any questions or comments on the Ruger 230, please feel free to leave them below. Please hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. You know, I can't get rid of my outro. I try, and every time I do just a regular outro, it feels so unnatural. So we're going to have to go back to the whole, make sure you guys build safe and vape on.